Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. I'm Junter Hainogu, and I'd usually have something to segue between what I'm saying now and what I'm wanting to talk about today, but for this particular one, I will have to say as a disclosure that this is not any sort of tutorial on how to become a voice actor. It's mainly just me asking a question like I do in pretty much every single one of my videos. However, I will say that I do have things to say on the matter of voice acting and how I overcame certain parts of my fears, so stick around and then you get to hear a little bit about myself and also a random story / ramblings of a strange man. So, ever since I was young, I've had aspirations, and aspirations, albeit a strange word, the more I say it, the stranger it sounds. I've aspired to do many things in my life, and that would include being a voice actor, being a professional just on-stage actor, becoming a designer, becoming an artist. It's pretty much any sort of artistic form of something I've attempted to do it. Yet the one in particular that I am wanting to talk about today is what the title says, voice acting. And that does lead me to the question of, have you ever wanted to be a voice actor? So, story-wise, the last video I posted about the jacket that I owned and how I got the jacket, I mentioned that I was a loner in high school. People actually called me a lone wolf for multiple reasons. One, because my jacket had a wolf on it, and two, because I was someone who was kind of an introvert. Which this kind of becomes an ironic thing, but I ended up becoming popular for being that loner kind of person. And a lot of people would recognize me in the halls and be able to call me by name, and I had no idea who those people were. And I'm really sorry for those people that I didn't remember your names because I'm terrible with names. Aside from all of that, that whole lone wolf thing didn't exactly fit my personality, if you will. I will admit that I am indeed an introvert, and I do like being alone a lot of the time. However, I also like socializing. Mixed in with this love of socializing is also a love for singing. And if you have known me for any amount of time, you'll know that I sing at random for who knows what reason. A lot of people get annoyed at the fact that I sing a lot, but sometimes I don't even notice that I'm singing. I just enjoy tunes, and I love singing and the melody and everything. And this is kind of what led me in my senior year of high school to join the Madrigals. Along with being positively peer pressured by my friends to do so, I ended up taking that specific extracurricular activity. Or rather, I auditioned for it and I somehow got in, even though I've never sung in a choir before, nor have I ever tried to sing to get into something before. Well, I will say that people were actually very surprised that they heard that I was a singer. They thought that it was very not me. They've always seen me as a sort of introverted person, but every person that approached me had told me that my voice was a very sweet sounding voice, and it was also very calming. But I ended up joining the Madrigals, and because of that, I sort of got out of my shell of being afraid to let people know of what my voice was. Because as it stood, I was terrified of letting anyone hear my voice or actually hearing my own voice. It sounded strange to me, it sounded foreign to me, and I didn't quite understand why people were okay with my voice if it didn't sound good whenever I heard it recorded and played back to me. Ding dong, Christmas bells are ringing. That is kind of where the important part is, though. Learning that people hear my voice differently from what I hear it as. People will hear my voice and it's one thing, and then I hear my own voice and it just sounds so different from what everyone else hears. But the thing about that is that people are used to hearing your voice the way that you don't hear it. Which is why a lot of us are kind of afraid when we hear our voice and we go, oh, I just sound terrible. It's because you're not used to hearing your voice that way, right? I was never used to hearing my voice until I actually started talking to camera like I'm doing right now. I will also say that this was kind of counterintuitive because I had a desire to be a voice actor for a very long time. It's just I never really liked my voice. I tried doing different accents and everything, and I do have accents and different tones of voice that I can do, but I was never okay with them until I actually did the first thing that everyone tells you that you should do, and that would be to start. And I'm not saying that starting is easy. Starting is actually one of the hardest things you can do when it comes to things like voice acting, or when it comes to making videos, or pretty much just anything, because you are afraid that you will mess up and you will make a mistake, or that you won't like it. There's a lot of reasons to be afraid of that, and I can understand them all because I've been there. And maybe I'm not the most professional person, but I know that you can't get something done until you've actually started it. And with all these videos I've been making, I've had a lot of people actually come to me and tell me that they enjoy hearing my voice, that it's something that they like listening to, something that makes them feel calm and safe and happy, and hearing those sorts of compliments are what make me want to continue doing it. And so I continue researching it. I continue looking up how to be a voice actor. I continue auditioning for things. I continue honing my skills with audio quality and actual acting and everything. But I still don't really know how to do it. Doesn't mean I'm going to give up on becoming a voice actor, though. Probably not. I want to do it. And who knows, maybe I can get my voice to spread across the world and make people feel happy as it's done for the people who already watch my videos. It means a lot to me that they like how my voice is, and it means that my voice can reach out to people, and because it can reach out to people, maybe I can make a difference in the world, and I've just got to keep trying somehow, right? I will say that putting myself out there has been kind of overwhelming for me, because it's kind of like a win-lose situation where losing is more than likely going to be the thing, and I fear that maybe I will never make it. But again, I will never really know until I've actually tried to do it. And that is for me personally, but I kind of want to know, what about you guys? Have you ever had the desire to be a voice actor? What have you done to become more of a voice actor? And is there any sort of thing that you'd like to share about your experiences, or maybe some other thing? Why don't you go ahead and let me know down in the comments below? Maybe we can learn something from each other, so please let me know.